My play is Dog Day Afternoon from the real life event and the movie, and it's about a guy whose relationship is really struggling, and so he goes and robs a bank to try to give the person that he loves what he thinks that she needs, that'll fix the relationship. And but it was kind of hastily planned, a crime of passion. And so everything kind of starts going wrong, and things get crazy. And then I think I don't know what it's about. It's about it's about the struggle between, conformity and individuality, with, talking about the ideas of what it is, to be part of the system or a rebel, and trying to find the humanity that joins wherever that you are. I think, and yeah, and it takes place in Brooklyn in 1972, and it's funny, hopefully, and keeps you on your toes, hopefully, to the end. But I think ultimately, it's a love story disguised as a crazy bank heist story. What motivated me to write the play was Warner Brothers offered me a job to adapt the movie into a play for Broadway, because that's what they do now. Like the movie Misery, they adapted it and put it on Broadway, and a few musicals, and my thought was like, they're gonna make it into a play. But my thought, honestly, was like, well, if somebody's gonna mess this up, I might as well be the one to take a stab at it. But then it's like so much time has gone, like it's like going on 6 years, and they've been very patient, and so I came to Ojai because it's Bob's last year, and I love Bob, and this is, I guess, my third time, and I felt that if I commit to it, that because he kind of dropped everything to take me at the last minute and direct it and do all the stuff and bring Huey in to help, that I felt like it might shame me into finally finishing at least a first draft. So yeah, that plus I love, Ojai is just beautiful, and the process here is amazing. You have some of the most brilliant playwrights, directors, dramaturgs, working today in the theater, and we haven't even got to the actors. That's next week. So it's a real opportunity to get inspired by other people's work, to participate in some way, giving feedback about people's work, and then receiving it, and there's nothing about that not to be grateful for and love. But yeah, it was Bob. It was Bob, yeah, that's why I'm here. Yeah, every day, there's something. Seeing these beautiful people every day, getting inspired by their work. So a highlight for me was working with the interns. Did a little class with them the other day, and that's the most inspiring, because they're like super talented, but also like super hungry to learn, and you spew out all this stuff and you try your best to be helpful and tell them this and that, and then when it's done and you're walking home, you have to think to yourself, okay, Stephen, are you still doing all these things that you're telling them? Take risks, blah 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 blah. Another amazing thing about Ojai is the accommodations. It's ridiculous. I've yet to have the experience of coming to Ojai where my accommodations weren't like infinitely better than where I actually live. And I used to stay at Helene Gordon's. It was so beautiful. And now at Carl's place, who I guess is the president of the board. I mean, when I walked into the guest house, my first thought was like, uh-oh, this is too nice. Me and Poppy are gonna mess this up somehow. But it's beautiful. It's spacious. I got like this little outdoor space where I could work. There's a pool. Like there's trees. You know, it's it's really nice, and he's great. You know who else is great? Sasha Emerson, I guess, who's on the board here, also is somebody that's really makes us all feel welcome and really cares about our well-being. She just brought me some food that she brought for me because I have special diet or whatever. So yeah, just everyone is great. Everybody's great, and glad to be here.